Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Greg, your co-host of the Grilling to Get Away podcast. I'm here with my buddy.
What's up, everyone? This is Ben.
Ben, it's been nice fall weather around here. It's chili season, huh?
It's getting there.
I had somebody ask me the other day, do you have a good chili recipe? I was like, yeah, we got a couple out there. But it's going to be 80 again today.
Yeah.
You know?
Up and down, up and down.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you get a chance to get out and grill at all recently?
I did a little yesterday, man.
Okay.
We had both the kids had games. It was like one was at like 1 o'clock, the other was at 2 o'clock. So my wife and I kind of went different directions. And then I got the 1 o'clock game, so I got home sooner.
Nice.
So it's a little bit further away, but like I said, I got home sooner, and I had some stew meat out.
Yeah.
So you mentioned like chili. I kind of went more on the stew side.
Okay.
Did some just potatoes, carrots, onions, a little bit of broth down in there, and you have like 250, man. Just threw it all in a cast iron and let it roll.
Okay. How did it turn out?
It was good, man. I was debating on when to put the meat in.
Okay.
Like if I wanted to do it, kind of sooner or hold off a bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I put it all. I did obviously like the potatoes first, and then I did the carrots, and then I added the meat and the onions. After about like a half hour of letting the carrots and potatoes roll.
Right.
I cooked it for probably like 3 hours.
Okay.
And I kind of figured like it would tenderize a little bit, and it really didn't, man. It kind of because it's a stew meat, like we've talked about this in the past and stuff. And I wish I'd kind of waited and maybe put it in like the last like almost 45 minutes.
Did you sear it up at all first? No, you just threw it all right in.
I threw it
there?
right in. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then just I did indirect threw a hickory chunk on there. And, it was interesting, man. Like I was kind of trying it like throughout the cook. Checking the doneness and everything and stirring it up, and almost had like a sour taste to it a little bit.
Really?
Yeah. But then afterwards, like for like the last probably like 20 minutes, I put the pot like kind of right over the coals, like kind of what was left, and got it up to like not like a boil, but like, it was bubbling and stuff a little bit, and it went away luckily. But I was kind of upset. Like I was like, man, this is gonna suck.
Do you think you put too much smoke on it?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think so. But maybe.
Okay.
It was just a chunk. It wasn't like this massive like log or anything like that. It was just a, just a little chunk and tossed it in there. It's the only one I put in there. But it was interesting. I don't know. But like I said, it went away luckily. But I wasn't. It made me think of sometimes like when I do like soup bones, like the soup meat. Yeah. I kind of get that flavor in there, and I don't know if that's from kind of the like the bone bean. I don't know, man. I don't know what it is. Like, I didn't, but I was bummed at first, but it turned out good.
That's good.
Yeah.
Do you serve it with anything like biscuits, noodles?
No.
Just straight up stew.
Yeah. Pretty much, man.
All right.
Yeah.
No,
that was it.
No corn on the cob on the side.
No. Not yesterday at least.
All right. Cool, man.
That's what I did.
Nice. Yeah, I did so. I didn't do some. I was working in the yard, and we were gonna do some brats, like the homemade brats I made a few months ago, and I still have some left over in the freezer. And Everett said he'd cook them. I was like, all right, here we go. Great. But it brought up a couple teaching points for someone using a kettle grill, for the first time, like because we were just doing like. A handful of brats and a handful of hot dogs, and you don't need too much fuel for that. No. So I just said, hey, just do like a half a chimney, because this will be hot and fast, nothing long or anything like that. So just do a half a chimney. So he did that, got it going, and then he poured them out, and he's like, can we put them on right away? I was like, no, you gotta let it heat up. So like if you're using charcoal and the kettle, typically I then do like a 20 and 20. So, light the coals and let it go for about 20 minutes or until they about gray over on top. And then once you pour them down, then you got to let the grill heat up a little bit. So about another 20 minutes is kind of my go-to until, it depends again, the temperature outside too, on how well the grill heats up or if it's cool out. But yeah, then we were looking for, about 400, hot and fast. But yeah, it was a good teaching point for him. He's only 11, so it's got some time, but it's been a while for him since he's he's got out there and grilled because he didn't compete this year at the competition.
Yeah.
It's been a while since he got his grill out over the summer, about a month or so ago. So had to remind him about it. And it's a good rule of thumb. Make sure that you let your grill heat up if you're using charcoal before you start throwing stuff on there. Otherwise, it's just going to be cold or heat up real too fast and going to have it charred. It won't be cooked all the way through.
Well,
but
there you go.
Just some hot dogs and brats yesterday.
That's not too bad, man.
No.
Sometimes it's nice to get back to the classics, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, and it was a nice day yesterday.
Yeah,
so,
beautiful.
it was perfect. Boys ate outside then. Ate outside, had some mac and cheese with it. And that was it.
You didn't make the mac and
No,
cheese?
I didn't. I was working in the yard and stuff like that. So,
Did you do it craft or something?
Yeah, whatever we had, whatever Becky made. I don't know. So, whatever we had in the cupboard. And, hot dogs, brats, and mac and cheese.
Did you cut your brat or hot dog up and put it in the mac and cheese?
No, man. I had to just grab the bun, put a little ketchup on there. No plate because I was just taking it to go outside.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. And then I had a couple hot dogs later when everybody else was done. I was still hungry. So
imagine that.
Yeah. Finished those bad boys.
Big dog eat.
Yeah, but the brats were good, man. The ones that I made. We talked about it a few episodes ago. Real nice, still nice flavor.
Did you freeze them?
Yeah, okay. So I still got package in there. So I was doing like 4, so 4 in each pack, and they turned out good, man. Still tastes really good.
Yeah,
real good over the charcoal. Good meal.
Did you pull them out the morning of?
I did, yeah. Okay. Yep. So they got a chance to defrost and put them on, and it didn't take too long to cook them up. But it was solid grill session last night.
How did you do cooking them, man?
Oh, he was fine.
Yeah.
I went over, just check on him a few times, but it was fine. Yeah, the hot dogs are pretty easy. I mean, they're already cooked. You know what I mean? So you just got to really heat them up. And then the brats, well, I was just a little worried about it because of the casings, first time really trying to go hot and fast with, my own homemade ones. So while I was watching the casings, pretty good to make sure they didn't split. But yeah, nothing bad, nothing crazy. It turned out good. Done inside, solid day.
Yeah. Nice, man.
Yeah. So aside from chili, anything else we get? Like we were over at Toasta Fest this past weekend. You remember anything that stands out from people? What people were asking us about, talking about, or anything you saw out there people were eating?
Not really, man.
A lot of beers, not a lot of food. I guess I saw coming around.
Yeah, I didn't see much food. One guy said he was gonna do like a chicken. I think spatchcocking it.
Spatchcocking it, yeah.
I don't think so, man.
The cheese curd eating contest.
Oh man, I know. We should have been involved.
I know. Could have crushed that.
Yeah. There's the beer stein contest.
Yeah, the beer stein holding. Yep.
Yeah. Let's see, man.
We saw that one trailer out there again with the big smoker in there. It looked like they were doing some turkey legs.
Yeah,
the turkey legs and
rolling.
some ribs and some pulled pork or whatever.
Is that what
I think it looked like that. And there's a few other the tents had like brisket sandwiches and stuff like that. But I didn't see too much food actually. There was a lot more kind of drinking and stuff.
Yeah, the other end. There's the guy down from us who was like the vegan place.
Oh yeah, he was grilling up some I don't know, kebabs or whatever.
But he had like I looked at it when we were leaving it. It looked like he had meat going too. So
yeah, I don't know.
He
had like a vegan option, I think, and then it was kind of confusing.
Yeah,
wasn't really in English either, so I couldn't tell.
Yeah, I don't know what it was.
Yeah,
Polish or something. I don't think it was Polish.
Czech.
Know.
I don't know.
I don't know, man.
Serbian.
Yeah,
a lot of Serbs around here.
I don't know.
Yeah. You got anything planned coming up this week? Doing anything? We got a weekend off, at least from doing stuff out on the business trail. So you're gonna be grilling up or doing anything outside?
Honestly, I haven't really planned much out. Like
okay.
I kind of did a deep dive into the freezer quick Saturday night to kind of decide what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Sunday, when it's some time. I don't know, man. I've got a brisket in there, but it's not. I mean, I wouldn't even call it like. It's more like
it's like a 5-6 pounder.
Yeah, big square.
Yeah.
Like, what is it? Maybe 2 inches thick.
Maybe. Yeah. It's
yeah.
So we split that when we get the cow. We kind of split it.
Yeah. So it's not. I mean, it's a good size. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I keep looking at that and wanting to play with that a little bit. I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure. I I want to get back to doing kind of some fun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Found a new recipe for like mac and cheese that I'm thinking about maybe trying out.
What does that entail?
What, the new recipe?
Yeah.
So it was it's in a book that I have from Rodney Scott.
Yeah.
And so he's got more of like a Southern style, right? So I think he uses like cream of chicken soup in it.
Really?
Yeah. So it's a little bit like kind of
thicker, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. So I want to kind of take a look at that and see what that's like. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not sure though. I haven't really thought too much about like, we're kind of trying to get back into the routines of school.
Yeah.
The kids are back in, sports and stuff. So like this week they have practice Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it.
So it's kind of like I'm not sure.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a busy week, man. Like we're trying to wrap up the maple whiskey here. So
getting all those orders out.
Getting all the orders out. So if you did order, we appreciate that. You should be seeing it here in the mail soon.
Yeah.
So just kind of.
The goal is this week, get them all kind of knocked out and.
Yeah. So kind of wrap that up, dude. Get a few more batches made. And we'll get them all sent out. So I'm excited for that. I think that's kind of my focus right now, man, to be honest. Like, let's wrap this up, and then I'll kind of decide, like, what I can play with.
I feel you. We got a lot on our plate right now to get that done and get those bottles out, which is awesome. A lot of orders. Like, I think we're sold out. So we'll go through all 300 bottles, which is great. This is amazing. It's the most we've ever done. So, we'll do that. Yeah,
I did. A buddy of mine, he ordered some, and he had kind of some other stuff in there too, and I sent him the bottle, and he texted me saying like, hey, dude, I didn't expect to get the maple whiskey yet, and I said, well, yeah, we had a couple left, so we're working on orders now and getting stuff out, right?
Right.
And, he texted me that he was watching football on Sunday, and he made wings.
Nice.
He used that on wings. Like, dude, he goes, did you guys change the recipe this year? I said, nope, we just get better each year,
A little bit better each year, you know what I mean?
He's like, oh, man. I just, I love when you guys do this stuff. You guys are crushing it. So.
Nice. I
was like, well, I appreciate that.
Good
man.
feedback, huh?
Yeah.
Nice.
It was funny, though. It's like, did you change the recipe up this year? It's like, no. He's like, man, I feel like it's better this year. It's like, well, that's good.
It's good to hear.
Better.
Yeah.
Fourth year in,
Each year a little bit better, That's what our motto is.
Yeah, I thought that was funny. I was like, I'll have to tell Greg that.
Yeah. Well, that's good, man. That's good. Yeah, I'm glad people are enjoying it. So I sent out some bottles, and one of the guys that competes at our competition bought a couple bottles, Tony, and he said he was doing some pulled pork for the football kickoff weekend, and he went through like a half a bottle. He said it was amazing, crushed it, you know, so people were crushing it, which is great, man.
Yeah,
that was awesome. Yeah, really appreciate that feedback.
Absolutely, good to hear, man. And it's pretty versatile, right? Like you can put on whatever,
right?
Have it as a dipping sauce. You can put it, has it as I wouldn't use it as like a marinade, but like slather up some ribs, some wings, like you said, pulled pork.
Right.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Sounds delicious, doesn't it?
Sure does. Yeah, I got a rack of ribs I found for a decent price, and they're in the freezer right now. I've been itching to get those out. So once this, maybe this weekend, I'll have some time to smoke those bad boys up. Got envious of all those teams last weekend.
I know, man.
Grilling and smoking, and we didn't get a chance to do much other than just smell it and see it and taste some of the stuff at the end. But we need to pick a winner, Ben, for our giveaway this week.
What are we giving away this month, Greg?
We're giving away a sauce pack, feeling saucy. So we're giving a 3-pack of sauces. September. Yep. And let's see here. Let me pull up our subscriber list. Again, you got to be subscribed to our newsletter. And stay subscribed because you'll be entered in automatically to these weekly giveaways. And subscriber list keeps growing. It's awesome. Appreciate everybody staying subscribed and checking us out. All right, let's see here, Ben. Let's do this one. We'll go in here. Man, lots of people I'm familiar with here. Just from them buying all the time, coming out to see us. Let's find somebody that we don't know, though, okay?
Sounds good, man.
All right. All right. This was a fairly new one, so thank you. Let's go with Vivian Moraes. Thank you. I don't know where she is. We'll have to get her address. But she's been subscribed since August 7th, so fairly new.
Appreciate you signing up.
Thank you, Vivian. Appreciate that. We'll reach out to you and get your mailing address so we can get you some sauce. So again, you go out and subscribe to the newsletter if you listen to the podcast, and you'll be entered in automatically to win some weekly giveaway prizes that we're giving away all month or all year, really. Each week we pick a new one. So congrats, Vivian. We'll reach out to you.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But Ben, I've been seeing this quite a bit recently, and I want to get your take on it.
All right.
You know, we talk about our products being healthy and compared to like the alternatives and things like that. Like we have all natural ingredients, gluten-free, all that kind of stuff. He has a little bit of salt, a little sugar, you know, nothing too crazy. So from a health perspective, like we like to keep it clean for what you cook, but then we really haven't talked about like the cooking methods. And there's this kind of undercurrent right now I've been seeing of articles and media coming out with grilling and barbecuing, especially meats at high temperatures, can potentially cause cancer. So I'm seeing this all over the place now. It's like the trend. Like now, a lot of the stuff I've read and seen is like they can't confirm it. Obviously, like they cannot confirm that, at least in humans, like eating meat that's been grilled at a high temperature causes cancer. But the suggestion is that it can alter DNA, which can then increase your risk of cancer. So have you heard or read anything about this recently, Ben?
No, man. I haven't paid much attention to it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. My mom has told me in the past, she's made a comment to me about, you know, she saw something about you, like, but it was more like using charcoal.
Yeah.
And she goes, you know what, have you thought about like maybe switching it up? And I said, I'm going to be honest with you. No. And I said, and she goes, well, you should maybe think about it. I said, well, if I'm going to die, if this is going to cause me to die, well, I'm going to die eating good food that I like then.
Yeah.
So that was kind of my reply to that. Maybe, you know, I don't know, maybe not the best way to approach it, but that's the way I took it, Greg.
Yeah, it's been weird, man. It's been really weird recently. Like just everywhere I look, like either people are asking the question, not to us specifically, but just in general, like does grilling meat cause cancer? Or just these random articles in these news stations coming out with like very watered down research suggesting that, you know, meat grilled at a high temperature may cause cancer, right? There's no real substantial studies yet on that, but like I'm looking at this article here I pulled up.
What was it written?
So this is a Canadian article. So, but this is the trend all over the place too. So this is coming from Canada, but they're like the expert advice to taking precautions while grilling red meats and hot dogs. While those tempting char marks and add flavor, they also carry potential health risks. So again, just like the potential, like nothing substantiated, just like, so they go into like some of the science behind it, like cooking meat at a high temperature can create potentially harmful chemicals. Again, potentially, you know, they don't know, they just throw it out there. Like aromatic hydrocarbons and heterocyclic amines, HCAs. And again, here's this, like you have to read further down other than just a headline, right? It says, while a direct link to human cancer hasn't been established, laboratory experiments show that it can alter DNA in a way that might increase cancer risk. So again, like there's like this undertone of like grilling and barbecuing meats, you know, could potentially cause cancer, yet there's no substantial evidence to prove that. So I just found that odd and interesting, you know, like we're being attacked at all sides here, Ben. We got the vegans on one side, and now we got the, you know, the health, like the governments at the other side, you know, coming down like
PETA.
Right.
No, man, that's interesting. Yeah, I haven't spent too much time
Yeah, and
wasted
yeah,
reading or worrying about it.
yeah, and like even like recent um like lunch meat, like so processed meats again,
Sure.
like they're coming out with some like the nitrates in those might cause cancer. So the meat arena is being attacked, with all these, I think, too early studies to try and I don't know what their agenda. I don't know what the anti-meat agenda is here.
I don't know, man. I mean, I read an article that like farting in a room and like it lingering and stuff like will help.
Cow farts,
Like yeah, it'll help
greenhouse
like,
gases.
Yeah, like it helps decrease your chances of getting dementia. So something like that. So like
Look at that.
Science.
Yeah.
Make it make sense, Greg. I don't know, dude. I like it's not gonna again, it's not gonna stop me from grilling and doing enjoying that process.
So again, like later in this article, like you gotta scroll all the way down. It says the American Institute for Cancer Research said there isn't enough evidence to show that grilled meat specifically increases the risk of cancer. So why write an article about it?
You gotta have something, man. I don't get it. I couldn't tell you, man. I couldn't tell you. I mean, you could.
Right. I just been seeing it everywhere. Like it's just like because it's not like we're in the realm of the grilling and barbecuing meats, and I get alerts all the time from like news articles and things just in general about the topic. So, but like this is continuing to pop up. I'm just like, man,
what's happening?
What's happening? Like they're coming for our meats. They're coming for our grills. We'll have to arm ourselves so they don't come take our. Well, I mean, they're technically coming for our gas. Our gas stoves too, right?
You're right. So if you cook, like if you're using like a cast iron, you're doing a steak on the stove.
Yeah,
that's okay.
According to this article, I mean, like they equate it to again. So they said isn't enough evidence, but they do know that grilling meat, like grilling, or cooking meat at high temperatures, like grilling, creates cancer-causing substances.
Well, what if I cook it at high temp on the stove?
Exactly. Yeah, right. So I mean, this again, and the organization goes a step further to recommend avoiding processed meats entirely or eliminating them. This includes ham, bacon, salami, and hot dogs.
Get out of here.
See, any processed meats are.
I mean, all those already today.
Yeah,
it's only 11 o'clock.
Hit the trifecta already. Yeah. So I just like. Educate yourself. If you're starting to hear this and people are talking to you about it, just educate yourself about it. Like there's really no substantial evidence yet. I mean, anytime you're eating processed meats and you're, again, with everything in moderation, I guess you could say. Sure. I could grill and barbecue every day and probably be okay. Like we've been cooking over fire for, since man invented fire. So I think we'll be okay, but I just want to get your take on that. See if you heard anything because I've been seeing it everywhere now.
I haven't seen much about it, man. All I'll be honest. I haven't. If I saw it, I'd probably laugh. Like, all right.
That's what I mean. But I just think it's we're a grilling podcast. Let's bring it up. And I think the biggest thing is like don't get scared away from grilling and barbecuing because there's no really substantial evidence that any of this stuff even exists. It's just hypothetical at this point. They're just making educated guesses.
Well, so it talks about like high heat. It doesn't say anything about like low and slow, right? So
well, when they say like preserved meats, anything smoked, gotcha. Like smoking. So that's in the preserved meat kind of category.
The whole it just encompasses all of it. Huh?
It does. They lump it all in in that smoking. So,
but then, how would you? I would write back. How do you tell me? How do you want me to cook this stuff?
They'd say don't
cook it at all. Yeah. So I get salmonella. And then
no, that'd be like don't eat meat. Don't eat meat.
It's funny you say that, man. I was thinking about it today. I was like, man, could I go a week without eating meat?
Probably could.
I think I'd be grouchy as hell.
Oh yeah, I'd imagine. There's something about
more
it,
so
right?
than usual.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I mean, it's you'd probably be hungry too because
Mm-hmm.
protein meat is the it fills you up for longer,
Yeah.
right? That's proven. That is proven. Like eggs, cheese, meat.
Delicious.
If you eat those things,
Yeah.
you tend to eat less of other things because it fills you up and you
The
stay.
nutrients and stuff you need from
Yeah,
it.
you stay fuller longer as opposed to like these complex carbohydrates and things where your body breaks it down really fast. You get the insulin spike and then you're hungry again right away, right? You get to crash and then you're hungry. Where proteins, eggs, eggs are not bad for you. They are very good
Not
for
yet.
you.
We'll see. There'll be an article about that.
Oh, they've tried to with all the cholesterol stuff. What's one of the healthiest things you can eat because of all the nutrients in there. But they try and get you with the cholesterol and all that kind of stuff. But now all that stuff is going away because people are proving that wrong. But yeah, just again, do your own research. Don't listen to the mainstream media about everything, and you'll probably live a lot longer than most of those people, anyways.
Or happier.
Yeah, you'll definitely be happier because they're always looking for something negative about everything. Yeah. All right, man. I don't really have much else. That was kind of it I wanted to talk to you about. You got anything else?
No, man. Not really. I was trying to think. We talked to a guy about duck.
Oh, yeah.
Remember him?
We got quite a few people, like, they get their meat from a place called Wild Fork in Glendale. They can get kind of, not exotic, but like kind of wild game that way.
Mm-hmm.
So duck, some pheasant. I heard some people talk about pheasant. Goose, yeah. I was telling you about that recipe that I saw online. Guy, he takes I don't know if it's like a breast or whatever from like a goose, and he puts it like in a crock pot, and then he makes coffee, and then he pours the coffee over top of it, just enough to cover it, and he puts that in the slow cooker for 3 or 4 hours, and he said at the end he just shreds it up and it tastes like beef. He says I can't explain it, but every time I do it, it tastes like beef.
Tastes like beef.
So that's something we have to try out.
What kind of coffee is he using?
He just says just regular black coffee,
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, I guess you could flavor it however you want, but
Sure.
but yeah, I mean, he says that's how he does it all the time, and he says give it to my friends and stuff, and it tastes like just like beef.
That's crazy.
Can't explain it.
Have you ever had goose? I don't know.
I have, yeah. It's been a long time
Yeah,
because Steve, my stepdad, he's a big hunter and stuff, so he'd always bring home stuff, and it's been a long time now. So
And we'll have to see if he can bag one for us. And
yeah, I'm sure we can get some. No problem with all the people we know.
Yeah, we'll have to. Maybe we'll look into that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. I've only had duck like once or twice. I just kind of remember like being a little bit more greasy. So I asked the guy like, "What did it? When you did it on the grill, kind of how did you cook it and stuff?" And what did he say? He went a little bit more kind of like hot and fast, right? Like he did it kind of like chicken, right? Like he wanted to make sure it was done on the inside, but it wasn't like low and slow. That's for sure. And he was saying that he's like, yeah, it was kind of was greasy. Like from what I read though, if like you go a lot like kind of more like low and slow like that, it'll kind of render down, and then after a while it'll stop. So
yeah,
I don't know, man. Something to try out, I guess.
Yeah. Like I haven't done too much duck either.
No.
Yeah. So I mean, those are things we'll have to try out here soon. Like,
yeah.
Get out there and try some recipes with some of that kind of stuff. It's the season, man.
I guess. Yeah.
Duck stew.
Ooh. I did a turkey a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, that's right.
But didn't do anything else as far as like game wise,
Okay.
So
yeah,
and that's not the same at all. They're very different. Like, but yeah, we'll have to try out some of that. A little bit more on the game side, huh?
Yeah.
This fall.
This fall, I'll try some new stuff.
That's a good idea. We'll write that down.
Yeah, put it down.
Don't let me forget.
All right, man. Well, let's wrap this one up here. Kind of shorter one, but that's okay. All right, man. Nothing coming up this weekend, so enjoy yourself.
Yeah, same to you.
I'll try. Yeah.
Get out and grill. You know what I mean?
For
It's
sure.
supposed to be beautiful again, like you said. Up back in the 80s.
Yeah.
Kind of weird. It's it's one of those times right now in Wisconsin where you can wear a sweatshirt and shorts.
Yep. Sweatshirt in the morning. Yeah. Tank top in the afternoon.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, That was like this weekend when we were out too.
Yeah,
it was the
yeah.
same way. Like
Sun came out. It was
it
blasting.
was beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, you showed up with a sweatshirt, flannel, and a winter hat on.
Yeah, I gotta be prepared.
Yeah,
I can
you
always
sure
take
do.
it off.
Right.
If I don't have it, I can't put it on if it gets cold. You know what I mean?
Good point, man.
Yeah.
Good point. So, yeah, it's we had there was a stand next to us that was selling sweatshirts, and they crushed it.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of people out there who didn't bring their sweatshirts or anything. So
Yeah, I mean, we could go into a whole episode about being prepared in the elements, especially here in Wisconsin. You think people would think about that,
you
but
think so? But,
showing up to a festival when it's 60 degrees out with no socks on, and then hey, lady next to us crushed it because she was selling socks and sweatshirts. And,
yeah, she flew through it, man.
Yeah,
So,
good for her.
Yeah, good for her. But no, I think that's all I got to add to it.
All right, man. Well, then we'll talk to everybody next week.
All right, take it easy.
All right, cheers.